senior, I think he'll be every bit as good as Pierre-Paul was.
As who?
Pierre-Paul.
Really?
Same type player, same athleticism. You can't block him. You literally can't block the kid.
What's held him back?
His mental, like his same thing with Pierre-Paul. You know, just that mental side, and he's kind of had the James Gale syndrome from last year, where you know, running around the tackle is easy. It's the everything else that's difficult. You have to be able to play run game. You have to be able to, you know, keep blockers off the linebackers. You have to be able the whole thing. You can't just be able to, you know, you can't just be a third down D end. You have to be a first and second down D end as well.
Impacts everything.
Yeah.
So Logan's demeanor a little different since last season. I mean, can you tell me what you've seen out of him? Maybe a little meaner, a little tougher?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot more focus and seriousness in there. And I think that has to do a lot to do with who we play that first game. I think everybody's very serious and focused. Also, because of the year we had last year, I think we were a little bit more laid back the last few years, because our expectations were always to get 10 wins, so we thought it would just happen. And now we know that it's not just going to happen. We have to go, we have to execute and make it happen. You know, I think that he definitely has taken that step of, you know, really taking the offense under his wing, and you know, making sure that you know, they're all taking his lead and that they're doing things the right way and that they're working hard.
What's an example of something maybe during the off season, during spring, during weightlifting or something, where you're like, okay, yeah, he's really kind of taking control and taking that role?
Well, I mean, I think we saw it all spring, just how we, you know, at practice, just how we conducted the huddle and how we conducted the players. You know, just instead of just being, you know, nonchalant and telling them the plays, it was, you know, everyone huddle up, you know, and making sure everybody was in the right spot, and then make sure everybody's running to the ball and getting lined up correctly, and doing it with, you know, some energy and some excitement, and not just, you know, moping out to the ball. I think that was the biggest thing.
Yeah. How about y'all on defense? I mean, has it been kind of a similar and maybe attitude change for you guys?
Well, I think the best part about this offseason was instead of just playing the same offense that we have for the past 5 years in spring, we got to prepare for a totally new offense, and that was exciting. Like I said earlier, it kind of brought that mysteries part to the practice, and when you have that, when you don't really know what's coming next, you're excited, you're more energized during practice, and because of that, you know, practices go a lot more smoothly. You get a lot more out of them. You get better every single practice, and I think we've had the best offseason we've ever had.
From your vantage point, what does the offense do differently? What is it? How different is it?
It's the tempo, and I think you need that in today's college football. I think you need to be able to speed things up, slow things down. You know, I think you just need to be diverse, and you know, I wouldn't say that we weren't diverse before, but everybody knew that you know, 3rd and 1 we were going to run the ball, and everybody knew in 2nd and 12 we were going to run the ball. Everybody knew what was going to happen next, and you know, like I said, like the whole mystery thing just adds a whole new excitement to our program, and I think we need that.
Wasn't last year a tempo thing in the off season? Like, didn't everybody talk about how offense was going to be faster, guys were going to be in motion? Yeah. What's different this year? I mean, why would
we actually added tempo? No, but you know, it's funny because we, like, I mean, not even just our practices, our whole off-season training. When you guys see some of our offensive linemen, you're not even going to recognize them. They're all lean and fast and cut down on their weight. Just because that's what we're going to need to do to be successful. Is we're going to need guys running to the ball. With the zone scheme, you're going to have more athletic linemen. And you know, just that change is kind of you know, the energy and the excitement in the off-season training has kind of changed the way that you know, our program is run.
Has it challenged y'all more?
Definitely. I mean, we probably run. I would say last summer we are doubling the amount of conditioning we did all last summer, and it's beneficial. I mean, we're that much more prepared. I mean, it's terrible during, but now, you know, after we're kind of coming towards the end of it, you know, we're all kind of looking back like, I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we just did, you know, double the conditioning we've ever done here.
Right.
It prepares us more, and I think we're all in better shape. We're all ready to go, and we're all excited for Alabama.
So you guys had to do double conditioning for them speeding up the offense? I mean, just to keep up with it in practice?
Yeah, I mean, just everybody in general had to do double conditioning. That's just Coach Gentry that we wanted to add that toughness factor,
Right.
and obviously running sprints when you get tired, you got to be mentally tough. And when you're doubling up the conditioning that you've ever done, you got to be extra tough. And I think that's the biggest thing is that you've seen players in the past who may have quit after a couple sprints and just said, "Nah, I'm not doing this anymore." Now they're really fighting towards the end. It's just that whole energy and excitement. I think it's kind of just correlated down and trickled down to the young kids. Now everybody's kind of catching up.
You seem like you pay more attention to offense, your own offense, than a lot of defenders would. I mean, a lot of it's just kind of let's pay attention to our own selves and they'll do their thing. Why is that? I mean, what's your curiosity with the offense?
I just think I'm a football buff. I enjoy football. I enjoy watching football, and I think that's one of the reasons I'm good is because I just know football. I think like a coach, so when I watch the offense, I can kind of you play against all these guys every single day, and I can tell Zach McRae, do this on your routes because that'll help you against a linebacker. Just little things like that I like to do. Try to make the program better.
Considered coaching?
Definitely. Well, that's probably what I want to do. I want to.
So you're going to be a real estate coach,
right? My goal, my life vision would be if Coach Foster took over somewhere, I'd be his defensive coordinator.
Start yelling at you again.
Right. But then I could yell at him.